Come on. Really tired. It's been a long week.
Well, let's start by putting our hands together here for all these sheep exhibitors. We had a lot of fun today. We've seen a lot of quality today, and I'm not going to take all the time and talk all, 12 of these sheep that are out here in the ring, because I think the quality kind of speaks for themselves, you know, and if you watch the sheep show, you kind of heard by repetition, because I try to be pretty consistent, and I feel like we've got a really consistent group out here. You kind of have a feel for what we're looking for. Obviously, we need power, we need some style, we need some stoutness, and obviously we've got to keep them sound, moving at the ground and correcting their build. And I think a lot of these really stand out in terms of those traits and what we're looking for. I want to start by thanking the North Idaho State Fair Committee for having me. Sure has been a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to a lot of fun tomorrow in showmanship. I love judging showmanship, so I'm really excited for that. But boy, the quality's so good out here. So thank you for having me. I do want to say, you know, we're kind of a crazy bunch back home. If you didn't hear in my bio during the sheep show, we've got 5 kids and 1 more on the way. And we're pretty crazy also, not just because of that, but because we actually try to show all 4 species competitively. And boy, does that take a lot out of you. And it is awfully taxing and consuming at times. But you know, we've actually got a really tough county fair, and we try to take some to the state fair as well. But you know, I felt like this year going in, we really tried to load up, and you know, we had what I felt like was maybe the best sheep and the best steer, and actually the best pig and the best goat that we had ever taken from our family had ever taken to our county fair. And you know, we really set our hopes high. We dedicated our whole summer to it, and a lot of time. And if you're involved with the cattle, you know how long-term of a project that is and what all that involves. And I mean, we had every detail. We did everything we possibly could. And really sacrificed a lot, you know, of some different things we could be doing through the summer, you know, to really make the most of our livestock. And we went in, our hopes were very high. We knew the stakes were high. But honestly, as much as I'd love to tell you we just dominated, we really didn't. You know, it actually just didn't happen for us. We did all right. There was some success, and we're always grateful for that. But it just wasn't exactly the results that we were hoping for. And at times, you know, I kind of walk away from the ring, and I would ask myself, why are we even doing this? And now, let me back up here a little bit and tell you that I'm a bad loser. All right, I don't take it well. I'm really competitive, and I'm not a gracious loser. I should say that. I'm trying to get better. If you know of any good counselors for it, let me know. But you know, I just like to win, you know, and I like to see my kids win and be competitive. But you know, as soon as I ask myself, why are we doing this? You know, I quickly think of, you know, my 12-year-old son, who is a super talented livestock evaluator and just so passionate and so driven and focused on these livestock, and just has such a natural talent. And I think about my daughter, who's 11, who was kind of this quiet, timid little cheerleader, just the cutest thing in the world, but really has just bloomed and blossomed and become just such a good cattle showman and pig showman. I even think about my 8-year-old, who's not even technically 4-H eligible yet, and gets out in the ring and just kind of has a natural beam of show ring presence about him. And I, you know, even think about my 2- and 3-year-old who get their stuffed animals out in the living room and have shows on their own. And you just love the enthusiasm when they get to go out to the barn. They're so excited, and that's what it's all about. You know, that's why we're doing this. And I'll tell you, the drive and the work ethic and the focus and the things that they're getting out of this, they're never going to get that out of a sport. They're never going to get that out of a video game. They're not going to get that out of any other industry And I truly, truly mean that. And that's not my opinion, that's a fact. They will never get that work ethic from doing anything else like they will showing livestock. And that is why we do it. And I hope that's why you do it as well. So kids, if you can do one thing for me, take it from here, or take this out of here. Never stop trying. Never stop giving it your 110%, and never go into a show less than prepared to win. Because if you don't have that feeling like you could win, you didn't truly commit yourself and didn't put your 110% into that animal. All right. I really hope that you can take that and go ahead and do that, because that is what it's all about. And when you finally have that day where it's your day and you are the winner, it'll be all the sweeter in the end. So please do that. One last thing, make sure you thank your parents that you have these opportunities, because it's not cheap, it's not always easy. Even though it's a lot of fun, there's a lot of fights and a lot of negative that can come out of it too. But we power through that, we push through that to give you kids everything that we possibly can. And I'm saying that not as a judge, but as a show dad. We do it all for you guys. It is about you guys, and we do everything we can for you. So please thank your parents for the opportunities they're giving to you. With no further ado, I'm going to go out and select you a champion in a second, but what I'd like to invite you to do is, everybody here, please get on your feet. This is something that I like to do when the livestock are good and the stakes are high. I'd like everybody on your feet possible. And I don't care if I'm about to select your biggest competitor or your best friend, no matter what. This animal that I'm about to select is really, really good, and I want you to make as much noise as possible as soon as I put the microphone down. So if you would, let's go ahead and do that, and we're going to select you one heck of a top 5. Please put your hands together for these guys.